is a moderately successful comedian, an average author, and a terrible actor. And your chance to speak directly with him has arrived. Call 866-969-1969. The phone lines are open. And the Jim Norton Show starts now.
Da-da-da-da. La-la-la-la-la-la. What a delightful opening. And I know you're hearing it 2 days in a row. But I wanted to do the advice show just because Sam was gone yesterday. We didn't want to give you a replay. And I feel that with last week we're on vacation and next week we're on vacation, I wanted to give 2 advice shows. Because why rob people of such life-saving advice?
My wife is cheating on me, and I drink too much. Jimmy, help me.
Now, that was one of those things that somebody says but actually didn't mean to blurt out. It was just what they were thinking at the moment, except for the married part.
Yes.
Anthony's in the studio, and I realized
Hi.
that Anthony's a little starstruck watching the beginning of this.
I actually was. I'm looking, going like, this is Jimmy Norton's show.
That's right, and the phone lines are about as good as normal. 0 calls. So either I'm a flop or you're all well. I think it's a combination of both of those things. I'm happy to give advice to you, E-Rock, if you need some.
You
and
do
I'm
have
sure
someone
you
on
do.
line 1. It just hasn't shown up there, but I can see it right here.
Oh, why can, what is the travel distance between your screen and mine? How does this fucking happen?
I think your software got turned on after the call was already screened. So that's why it wasn't
I
there.
see.
But if you want to talk to Josh in Wisconsin, he's trying to get over multiple addictions.
Josh in Wisconsin. Well, I don't like to tease Wisconsin, but say Josh. That's right. Wordplay. Hello, Josh.
Terrible joke, Jim. Terrible.
Yes, it was a terrible joke. I'm addicted to bad jokes. We're in the same boat. What's going on, bud?
Well, I just have some concerns. That I have an addictive personality. You know, I kind of pretty much everything. Pot, alcohol, sex. So do I take them one at a time? I can't. I live in a very small town. I'm afraid to go to a meeting for fear of, 1, running into somebody I know, and 2, not being able to do it. You know, not succeeding in it, and then
Sure.
someone there knowing that I can't do it. I don't know, you know.
Well,
Do I do it all?
let me ask you. Now, you have these addictions. Which one is making your life the most unmanageable? Is it drinking and drugs?
No, it's probably the one that probably hurts my marriage the most would be the sex. You know.
Okay. Well, then why don't you take...
I shouldn't say sex. It's porn. You know.
Why don't you do this? Why don't you figure out which of the addictions is causing you the most problems right now? The hardest one, the one that's the most unmanageability and misery, and focus on that one at first. The other ones you can take care of. You don't have to do them all in one day, but just start with one. That's the way it is. Take a small step, start with one. But if sex is getting to you the most, I would suggest that that's the one that you address, okay?
Okay, and when just go online and search. You know,
look up 12-step meetings. There's plenty of them. There's plenty of 12-step meetings, and you know, I think it'll be pretty easy to find. You know, there's SLAAA, there's SAA. You can go out and just look, or just go to a therapist and don't go to a 12-step group, but do something to address it. Okay.
Okay, and as far as I know it's supposed to be the anonymity. It's anonymous. You know. What about running into somebody I know?
Well, I would always say this. If you're ever in a 12-step meeting and you're worried about running into somebody you know, who cares? A, they're there too. So they're in the same boat you are. And B, there's a lot worse ways for people to find out I have an addiction, like by me getting arrested and my name winding up in the paper. It's funny, like let's just say we're talking about alcohol. People say, well, if I go to a 12-step group, I may run into someone I know. What if I see my boss? But you've never heard a guy not drunk drive because he may drive his car into somebody he knows. Or, hey, my coworkers may find out that I have a drinking problem when I'm arrested for fucking plowing into a van carrying kids. You know what I mean? It's selective when we worry about being recognized. None of us think about being like, well, people will know I have a sex problem when I'm busted with a prostitute. We worry about it with a 12-step group. So don't allow that sick part of your thinking to stop you from trying to get some recovery. All right, buddy?
Okay.
Thanks so much for your call. I appreciate it. Okay, now Jay from Staten Island wants to give me advice on not taking Viagra or Cialis. Hi, Jay.
Jim.
Hi,
Jim,
buddy.
Please do not take that stuff.
Why?
I didn't take it, and I have a condition called priapism. Look it up. That means you get wood, and it never goes down.
Yes, I've heard of that.
and I have it, and that thing hurts like a mother. I had to go to the emergency room. I had 3 people draining that thing, messing with it. I still deal with it, but because they had to put some holes in it so the blood could drain back out. So it goes up, it goes down, but it just, you know, you can't fuck with that shit, man. If you know, go natural, bro. I mean, I didn't try it, but it just happened to me by chance.
Well, I've taken much less of that stuff recently, and you know, I don't take that much anymore, and I don't mind taking it occasionally. I know it can happen, but I've never had an issue with it at all. I've never had that problem. But I do know it. I am careful with it. I appreciate that, man. Okay, thank you very much.
I had it for 6 hours, and that don't do it.
Okay.
I love you, man. Love you.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Mike from Jersey City has a question. I have DirecTV and no Epics. I can just answer this. How can I see your show? Mike, it's a great question. You can go online and see my show at epicshd.com. You can always just order a free trial for Epics and watch the special there. We have 4 reads, so I'm going to bang one out real quick, and then we're going to go to Bo in Illinois. So hang in there, Bo, for another minute. Adam and Eve wants you to know that if you're getting enough, wants to know if you're getting enough in the bedroom. Even if you think you're getting enough, they bet you'd love more. Adam and Eve understands that we're all kind of greedy sexually. Adam and Eve is going to give you more with 10 free gifts. That's pretty amazing. 10 free gifts. First, you're going to get a sexy surprise for her. Second, a specially selected toy for him. And the third is a little something they know you're both going to enjoy. Plus 6 full-length porn movies on DVD. They say adult films, I say porn films. That ought to keep you busy for a while. Now, number 10 is the best gift of all. Free shipping on your entire order. Now, to get your 10 free gifts, that's 9 gifts plus shipping, 10th being the best gift, just go to adamandeve.com and select any one item. Could be an adventuresome new toy, a sexy piece of lingerie, a slippery new lubricant, or anything else your heart desires. Then just enter the offer code JIM. Oh, my own offer code. Good. J-I-M. Not G-Y-M because I'm in shape. But enter the offer code JIM at checkout, and you're going to get 10 free gifts, including the 3 specifically selected items, the 6 steaming hot adult movies, and free shipping on your entire order. Just enter the offer code JIM at checkout at adamandeve.com. That's JIM at checkout at adamandeve.com. Buy some lingerie and a dildo. What the fuck? You know, some lube. You know, have a dildo put in your ass. What's the matter with you? Stop being so conservative. All right, let's go to Bo in Illinois. Hey, Bo.
Hello?
Hi, buddy.
Jimmy, Anthony, I'm completely panicking.
No, Anthony left. Anthony is on his way home. It is just Jimmy and E-Rock. No need to panic.
Oh, well, Jimmy and Slavo! Anyway, okay, sorry. Okay, I have been taking Wellbutrin, lithium, Vibrate for months.
Okay, Wellbutrin, what are you, depressed? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's supposed to help me with my depression. I've taken them for months. They don't help.
Okay.
I smoke pot. It helps me.
Okay.
My wife is completely, couldn't be any more anti-pot. And it's just, I've got, kids I just got custody of that are younger. She thinks I'm unfit as a parent because of it. And, just a huge fight last night. And I, tried to just stay away. And I went down to sleep in the basement. And she came down and told me she didn't feel safe because I was out of my mind and it's pot.
Well, let me ask you something. Are you happier when you just smoke the pot, and does it help you more than the other stuff does?
Yes, the other stuff doesn't help me at all.
Well, then has your wife done any research on medical marijuana? I've never taken it, but has she done a little bit? Maybe she needs to just be a little bit more educated about what it is that the medical marijuana, even though I personally as an addict can't take it, has I've heard a lot of really positive things from a lot of people. So maybe you could just educate her a bit more, or actually have her speak to a physician.
Right. Well, that would be plausible because she researches the shit out of things. But I think she's so against this that because I even tried. Because I finally came out to her. I've been doing it on the down low, but I'm not 16. I finally told her, look, this is what's going on.
Sure.
And this helps me. And then there's this whole, oh my God, she wasn't going to take it well, but she starts crying and tells me, well, now at least I know you love me because you've been honest with me. What the fuck? And now we got this shit last night. She tells me she doesn't feel safe, and I'm sleeping in the basement by myself. And she, so I told her to call the cops. So since I stay and she doesn't call the cops, she fucking barricades me down in the basement, Jimmy.
Jesus.
She locked me.
Well, maybe she needs to be on something. She sounds like she might need something.
No shit. Right?
Well, I think here's my suggestion. From what I know, what you're telling me, if pot is making you feel better, and the other medicine is honestly hurting you, then just smoke the pot if it's working for you. I would still suggest going to a therapist or something else and talking about it, because there might be some, smoking pot can be helpful and medication can be helpful, but a lot of times getting out whatever's in there is helpful too. So you don't just want to medicate, even though pot is, a natural thing. You don't just want to medicate. So I would suggest going to a therapist and talking about your problems and seeing what they have to say as well, and then see how the medical marijuana works for you in addition to that, all right?
Right.
I can't speak on her because I haven't talked to her, but it sounds to me like she needs some help. But maybe you need to reevaluate the marriage. But I can't speak on that. I would say for you and that particular issue, that's what I would say doing. If the pot's working for you, don't worry about her approval. I mean, you're a fucking grown up.
Right. It's just, thank you for taking my call, and I know you're not a big pot advocate, Jimmy.
No, but I don't discount it. Just because I can't smoke it doesn't mean that nobody else can. All right, buddy?
Right. All right. How creepy is it that my wife just walked up to me in the driveway?
That's
anyway,
not creepy.
love
That's
you,
fine.
Jimmy.
Be good, buddy. Take care. Can I have a water from somebody's salad or whatever? Don in Iowa. You're a Marine sent back with post-traumatic stress disorder?
Hey, Jimmy. How are you, brother?
Hello, Don. Thank you.
I was picture Marine. I got shot in Iraq, in the shoulder, and then the abdomen in Afghanistan.
Wow, shot twice.
The two-hit rule after Vietnam is you're done. You can either have a desk job or you can have an embassy job. You're not going to see combat ever again.
Right.
I opted out. I said, fuck them, So now the VA, of course, they determined all of us brothers who are coming back, but we all have post-traumatic stress.
Right.
So their object, the VA, I don't know how much you know about it, their object is to just dope everybody and send them home.
Right.
Well, I'm the bad Marine that I can't follow that rule. I'm telling these people I want off this shit. You need to dope me up. I can't live like that. And they're fucking with me about not following medical direction. So I refill my prescriptions, but I'm not taking them. And just so you know, and everyone, the VA who is listening, my real name is Don, and I'm not really from Iowa.
Well, let me ask you a question, Mr. from somewhere. Again, with medicine, there are times where I think that we as a country over-medicate and to a point of avoiding the problem just by smothering it with medicine. And then there are times where I think medicine or pills or whatever are the proper answer and really do help us. Now, I don't know the difference in your case. With PTSD, I'm not, again, qualified to speak on that. It's a very real thing that a lot of you guys have to deal with because they fucking put you in this awful situation. Is coming off your medication going to make you dangerous to yourself or other people? Honestly, if you think about that honestly.
But Jimmy, I tried it. I'm going to be honest. I did try it. I tried it for a month, or I actually tried it for 3 months, and it made me feel like in a haze. I couldn't think right. I couldn't see. I just couldn't. I wasn't able to click. I wasn't able to, be a productive person. I work for the government now, and I they put me in a corner. And then the VA says, just keep an eye on him. I can't work that way. I'm not a good father when I'm on this stuff. I'm not a good husband.
Well, let me ask you, sir. The PTSD, you had symptoms, and it obviously affected your life negatively. So if you come off the medication, you still have the PTSD. So what are you doing for that?
We have group every month. There's 8 of us. I also do a one-on-one counselor
How often do you see a one-on-one counselor?
Oh, about every 10 days, I guess.
Now, is that, and being honest, is that enough to combat very real PTSD symptoms?
It helps a lot. It helps a lot just to get the verbal out.
What do you think would help? What do you think would help in addition, or be a more permanent solution for you, or a more, you know what I mean? What do you think? What else do you think might be needed to help you?
I'm not. I don't know. I don't. My stress mostly deals right now about not feeling the way I should. I want to be able to function. I don't want to be off eat.
Sure.
There was some, I can't remember the name of the stuff, but they took me off it. It helped. It helped with the nightmares. I had more night terrors than anything, or a sound or a smell will set me off. No, I'm not running around in the bush,
right,
pretending to shoot at people. I get real edgy for 5 minutes and then that's it.
Well, let me ask you, how does your support group and your individual counselor feel about you not taking your medication? Have you been honest with them?
Yes.
Okay.
My support group, and I know 3 of them that are listening. We're out through the area. There are 3 of them that are listening right now to see which way we go with it. There's 3 of them that support me. The other ones are like, well, we'll see what happens. Maybe Master Sergeant doesn't need all this guilt.
Right.
That they want to support. Maybe talking and fit. I do a lot of boxing. I do a lot of running. All that helps. It helps a lot just to get your mind cleared up without all them damn chemicals in it. To get your mind clear, to get out, get some physical activities, get you sweat, and it helps a lot. But it isn't the answer. So a little bit of medicine is good.
Right.
They had me on 4 pills, Jimmy. And it's like, no, I'm not a guinea pig.
Well,
let's get it down. They just refuse to narrow it down. They just keep adding.
Well, I'm not going to be, and we have to let you go just because I have a lot of calls. But I thank you for the call, and I will say, I'm not surprised if the VA is behaving dismissively or that the medical profession is just trying to cover a problem with too much medication. That's something that's common. We all hear that. So I'm happy that you seem to be, hopefully you're doing a little bit better. I would just suggest be honest with your individual counselor and be very, very honest with the people in that group. So if you start to slip backwards or if it starts to be like, fuck, you do need something extra, they can see the change and they know what it is, okay?
Thanks for talking to me, Jimmy.
All right, buddy.
Take care.
Be good, and I'm glad you made it home. Shot twice. I mean, that's a hell of a fucking story, man. And let's talk to Rob in Atlanta just for a second because I know that a lot of people have this fear. Rob, what is it you wanted to ask me?
Hey, Jim. I wanted to ask you, ever since you lost all the weight and started getting in shape, if you kind of worried about that affecting the audience's ability to find you funny, just because my experience, it kind of seems like, less attractive people or more or less in shape people, generally more funny to audiences. And since you've lost that weight, were you worried about that at all?
It's funny, and I took your call because I think a lot of times when we quit something or when we change something, we start to be afraid that we're not going to do as well at other things as we used to do. Like, well, if I don't drink, I won't be fun anymore. If I don't act out sexually, I won't be turned on by anything anymore. If I don't keep eating like a pig and not taking care of myself, people won't think I'm funny. I did have that fear, and it was irrational. I just don't do the same material I used to do. And it's actually opened me up because I feel much more confident as a person. And thank you very much, Rob, for the call. I appreciate it, buddy. I feel much more confident as a person because I've actually set my mind to doing something, and I've done it the right way. I did it healthy, eating better, going to the gym, things of that nature. But the fact that I've actually put my mind to something and stuck with it, and like I have a therapy appointment today, gym appointment today, and I have one Friday. And I'm doing my Reddit AMA, and I was like, they wanted me to move it because Cory Booker is doing something. So they're like, could you do it a little later? And I'm like, yeah, because I can get my fucking workout in. So I feel so much better about myself that it gives me more confidence on stage. It's actually helped my act a lot. And I don't have to rely on just talking about my fat tits and my stomach. It's like, we get it. We heard that already. So thank you for the call, buddy. But no, it doesn't. I don't think people are judging me like that at all. I think if you're funny, they're going to enjoy you. Seinfeld doesn't shit on himself, and he does pretty well on stage. Then again, Louis is a disaster, so there goes that argument. Let's talk to Joe in Chicago. Hello, Joe.
Hey, Joe. How's it going, Jim?
Good, buddy. Thanks for the call.
Hey, so, some of these callers have pretty big problems. Mine isn't that big, but it's something I wanted your opinion on nonetheless.
Sure. I'll give my opinion.
I've been with my girl. What's that?
Sure. I'll try to give you my opinion.
All right, so I've been with my girl for about 2 years, and I find that sometimes when I'm having sex with her, I fantasize that it's somebody else, like, girlfriend, a chick at work, or
Sure.
Whatever else. Is that a problem? Does that mean that the relationship is doomed? Well, what's your thoughts on this?
I don't think so, no. Are you cheating on her?
No, absolutely not. I never would.
No, I don't think that means a relation. In all honesty, do you have an open sex life, or are there things that you kind of want to do, or movies you want to watch together that you're afraid to tell her about?
I still look at porn on my own and stuff like that. But she satisfies me. We got everything going, but still sometimes it's just fun to close your eyes and pretend it's that chick at work or the chick that got away or whatever else. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course I do. I don't think I've ever looked at a girl. If I looked at a girl in the eye and actually realized I was having a real experience, I think I'd lose my heart on. Of course I know what you mean. I don't think that's abnormal. I think if it's the only way you can function sexually, it's bad. Like, if the only way I can fuck, if there's ever a condition, like I can only fuck if she puts her feet in my face first, or I can only fuck, then those things become a little concerned, because then anything sexual is contingent upon this thing happening, which makes the other person a little bit bored or a little bit of pressure on them. But if you can still have good sex, and if you can still do it without fantasizing, I don't think that that's crazy. I think we all do that to a certain degree. And don't be surprised if she's not picturing you. You're not you. You're Warren Sapp or some other black athlete. So,
Nice. Thanks, Jim.
All right, buddy. Keep fantasizing and enjoy. Just don't cheat if you can help it, all right? Let's see. Because people always say, like, with that stuff, is it healthy or... Pardon me. Is it not? And it's like, I don't know. What's the best gift you can give a woman in your life? Is it to look her in the eyes when you're having sex? No, because she's probably trying to think of somebody else too. You think she just wants to fuck you? No, she doesn't. The best gift you could probably give is to bring home 3 guys and say, fuck this woman properly. I'll be outside. But the second best gift, for any real occasion or no occasion at all, it's an I love you gift. And what's an I love you gift, you say? Well, it could be the 3-guy scenario, or, more or less, it's a gift that says without words how much a girl truly means to you. It shows her how much you love her and appreciate her and value her, all very important things. It's something she can keep forever. Now look at every day to remind her of how much you love her, because she wants to every day think, look, this sack of shit is closing his eyes while we fuck. I know he's thinking of Ethel or Betsy or Gertrude or some other modern gal. So how can she be reminded that you love her? A beautiful piece of diamond jewelry that will last forever. That way, while your eyes are closed and you're fantasizing about Yolanda or what's another black girl's name? Eric, quick, I can't think of one. Taniqua or Shaniqua. Or perhaps Anderson Cooper. Maybe you're thinking of him. Maybe you're closing your eyes thinking of that dishy newsman fucking your face, ears, nose, mouth, and asshole. What is she going to look at? Her beautiful piece of diamond jewelry. That's what. She'll look at that on her finger while your eyes are closed. It shows her how special she is to you. Steven Singer, obviously, good friend of our show. He has the perfect I love you gifts for the women in your life. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com. Steven has made finding the perfect gift very, very simple, because he does understand how important this is. It's amazing how that little ghoul, who has no personal interaction skills whatsoever, has figured out this most basic thing in relationships. You go right online to IHateStevenSinger.com. Steven has free and fast shipping available to all listeners. And with Steven's easy return policy and great guarantee, it's risk-free shopping. Steven Singer Jewelers has the best selection of diamond jewelry, best guarantees and warranties, and amazing service. They really do care if you're happy. So make sure that next occasion you get her the perfect I love you gift from Steven Singer Jewelers. It's the other corner of 8th and Walnut if you happen to be in Philly. Or on the phone, it's 1-888-I-HATE-STEVEN SINGER. If you're one of these people who hates computers, just pick up the phone, dial 888 I Hate Steven Singer, or you just go online, IHateStevenSinger.com. But he really does have amazing gifts, just little things to show your girl that, look, I'm a hunk of shit, but I do love you, and I am thinking of you. So, you know, sometimes you got to buy a little goodwill with your lousiness in your relationship. So let's see. How about, Shane in Midland. Good question. Hi, Shane. How are you?
Hey, Jim. How are you?
I'm good, buddy. Thanks for the call.
Hey, I just been sober 7 years.
Congratulations.
And,
That's great.
Thank you. But my question to you is, I kind of, you know, when you quit one thing, you kind of do something to help with it. And mine was eating.
Yep.
When I quit drinking, went to, you know, more or less a comfort food, I guess. But now I'm really motivated, health reasons, to get in shape, but I can't make myself do it. And I don't know how you got into that mind frame of getting exercise and getting yourself into shape. What you did to get that motivation. I mean, I work program. I've done, done everything I need to do to stay sober, but I just seem to, I can't get motivated to get in shape or lose the weight.
Well, we all get caught in ruts. And I think what happened with me is I had that moment of clarity where I just got sick of it. I said, fuck it. I'm just going to start going. And the problem I have is to get motivated, and a lot of people have this with working out, is we don't see results immediately. We don't see, like, wow, I feel better about myself. I'm still the same oatmeal lump of shit. And you're like that for a little while, and then you're working out, you're not seeing quite the results you want, and then you have that one bad eating night, and you're like, oh, fuck it! Fuck it!
Yeah.
That's the sabotage. That's what happened for me. Was I finally just continued. I was so sick of it. I said, I am going to give this a real shot, and I went constantly, and I said, I know it's going to be a while before I see results. I know it's going to be a while before anybody notices I'm doing anything. I didn't tell people I was working out. I just fucking started doing it. And I didn't get a trainer for a long time. And then a couple of people noticed a few weeks into it, hey, you look a little better, your face is a little thinner. And people who hadn't seen me in a while started noticing, like, wow, you look like you dropped 5 pounds. And a couple of compliments began rolling in, and that kept me motivated. And then it's just, once I got into a routine where that became something I was seeing the results of, then the compliments started coming in. And that is what's kept me motivated, to answer your question. Every person I've seen has noticed that I dropped a lot of weight. And then I went and I took all my old clothes, dude, and I fucking put them in a pile, and I gave 80% of them to Goodwill. If it didn't fit, fuck it. I mean, if you have the money to go out and get some new clothes, because when you start losing weight and buying clothes that fit, getting rid of other clothes feels amazing. And I didn't want to keep them as a safety net. Fuck them. They're gone. So now I buy a size smaller, and I don't want to blow up and piggy myself out of new clothes. So that motivates me to keep going. And then I eventually got trainers just to get properly toned and all that stuff. But you eat better. You keep going, and when you begin to see results, that helps re-motivate you all the time. And then I still have the occasional shitty eating day, dude. I still have the occasional 3 to 4 days where I don't work out, and I'm like a lump of shit again. But then I realized, dude, you ate bad for 2 days. You didn't put all your weight back on. And I remember the initial time when I was going, and I couldn't see any results. And I'm like, that's just me irrationally feeling like that again. There are a lot of results. Don't give up. Sometimes you got to talk yourself out of going back into the sickness and back into that fucking shitty way of being. Once you start getting compliments, and I'm sorry to yammer, dude, I just wanted you to know, once you start getting compliments or people noticing, it feels so good, you get addicted to that feeling. And you get addicted to knowing that you look a lot better. All right, buddy?
All right, thank you, Jim.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, try it, man. I'm telling you. Give yourself that grace period of, I'm not going to see a fucking result for a while, and understand it. And you're still going to see the same cunty lump that you've been seeing every day. Look at yourself and realize my mindset will change and the body will change too. But don't panic when it doesn't happen right away. All right, let's see. Well, we have Colin in Kansas. All right. Colin.
Hey, man.
Hi, buddy.
It's Canada. It's Canada, dude.
Oh, okay. He heard Kansas. All right. He's got cum in his ears. All right. All right. Hi, Colin. Hi, buddy.
How you doing, man?
Good.
Yeah, no, I'm just, first of all, just know I listen to you guys every day, and
Thank you. Appreciate it.
yeah, it's like having just friends in my life, man. Like you guys are.
Well, thank you, man.
But, yeah, I've just the first time in my life I'm truly depressed, and I haven't felt this way. And it's I know that it's it's real because it doesn't go away. It just keeps coming back. Like I'll distract myself talking to people, and I don't want anyone, and I don't want to burden anyone either. Every time I wake up, it just comes back, and I don't know. I'm just wondering if you ever dealt with that before and how you dealt with it.
Well, how old a guy are you?
I'm 33.
Okay, and did anything change in your life recently, like a breakup or a divorce or anything?
Yeah, it was sort of that kind of thing.
Well, what was it?
I kind of reconnected with a girl that I fucked up with years ago, but I kind of never let her go.
Okay.
And I never really was able to get in a relationship with anyone else because I just compared her to everyone I met. And when we reconnected, it was really cool, and I was changing for the first time because I was just feeling shitty for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, when we reconnected, it was good and whatever, but I'm sorry, I can't think clearly.
Well, wait a minute. How long ago did you reconnect?
Just a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay, and are you still reconnected?
No, we're completely broken off.
What happened?
I don't know really. I kind of know how she is, that we've fought before.
What were you fighting about?
We weren't fighting about anything.
Okay.
I was about to come visit. I was about to come live with her.
Okay.
And I sent her, I think, 2 text messages, and she said, "You know what? You fuck off. You're bothering me," and blah blah blah. And I don't think that I was being needy, and I know that she's the kind of person who will. She just met somebody else, is what happened.
Yeah.
And she just wanted me out.
Okay.
Is what I think happened. I don't know, though.
You might be right,
really
but either way, dude, even if that didn't happen, and I know it's very sad, but do you really want to be involved with a person who, after 2 text messages, says, "You're bothering me, fuck off"? Do you really I know it's easier said than done, but why not look at it in a gratitude way? Like, I know this hurts now, but you were ready to move in with her after 2 weeks. She sounds cunty and you sound irrational. You don't have to recapture this amazing thing you lost. Maybe it wasn't the greatest thing that you thought it was. Maybe it was just losing it that made it seem better than it was.
Well, yeah, you're kind of right about that. I was just feeling really bad for a long time, and that when she came into my life, I was starting to feel good for the first time in a long time, and I was changing, and I don't know.
So why don't you continue changing and then start dating? Like, go to Cupid.com. We talked about these things yesterday. Why don't you try finding another girl? Again, don't rush it. Just go out and do a little casual dating, a few dinners. Why don't you do that?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna try and get it. It's not right now. It's not about that. It's that I can't escape from. Reasoning about what happened and what your situation is one thing, but feeling a certain way, because I had shitty breakups, and you feel like shit and you get angry and you say whatever. But I don't know, man. Like, have you ever every day it just hits you? And you're just fucked up. Like, that's the question I'm asking. I didn't really want to get into why I feel the way I do.
Well, yeah, of course I have to. Sure. I mean, being depressed, oh, God, excuse me. Sure, man. I mean, that's what depression is like. Are you talking to anybody about it? I mean, besides me, are you going anywhere?
I'm going to see someone, yeah.
Well, why don't you try that? Because I think whatever is, like, the problem is not this girl. She's not, if your feelings...
I know that's, and I absolutely know that.
Yeah, but knowing it is a good start.
Yeah.
But that's not going to change it. What's going to change it is action, and part of the action is going to the therapist and talking to somebody. And then really, man, you got to get on with things, and you got to, go out, maybe find somebody else, go out on a few dates, get your confidence back up, or whatever it is that's really deep down bothering you. You get it out, and sometimes with a therapist, talking those things out really helps. But it's you can come out of this. It's not like, oh my God, you're doomed to be like this forever. You got back with a girl, and that was a temporary distraction from the sadness you were feeling. But, dude, she would have made you miserable. If that's the person she is, if she just discarded you like that, then she would have made you miserable. You got saved. You took, on a scale from 1 to 10, you're dealing with a 3 in pain. She would have put you at an 8.5 or a 9 if you had gone and lived with her. Because she would have done it when you lived with her. So you're better off having it happen now than you would have been having it happen 8 months from now.
I don't think you're right about that, but...
Maybe not.
I don't know, I don't know. For the first, and I know I'll just get through it. And I just wanted to stop, and it was the first time in my life I literally didn't want to be alive anymore. But right. I know that I can't do that.
No, of course not. Permanent solution for a temporary problem. It's a terrible, terrible decision.
Well, that's not even what I was thinking. It's just that. Even if I was to feel this way for the rest of my life, I wouldn't want to cause anyone else to be hurt.
Yeah, and it's ending everything when you don't need to. Someone once told me that feelings aren't facts. Like, you're feeling shitty, and sometimes we feel shitty irrationally. So, like, the outside world is not that bad, and what you have to do is just work through what's going on, and there are ways to work through it. But ending your life is a horrible, and I know you know that, but you have to really know it. And it devastates everyone around you. And then they're all walking around going, what did we miss? And then after the weird fantasies about who would show up at my funeral, what would they say about me? Then we're like, wow, I really put this selfish burden on people. I really, really injured other people. Selfishly and needlessly with a problem that would 10 years from now, believe me, dude, you will not be grieving this situation.
Yeah.
Someone used to tell me that, too. In 10 years, will it matter? Of course not.
Yeah.
All right?
I think you're right. And, cool. Well, thanks, Jimmy.
Hang in there, buddy.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Take care. Get to a psychologist or whatever. I suggest that a lot because, again, I think it does help. Oh, Lydia in Oceanside. Dr. Lydia. Hi, Dr. Lydia.
Hi, Jimmy.
How are you?
I am excellent, thank you. I have to let you know I don't often get to listen to your advice show, but I've been off the past 2 days.
Oh, good.
And I just think you're doing an amazing, amazing job. I had to call and tell you.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. The way you listen to people, the calls that you're willing to take, the variety of issues that people are bringing to you, and the caring that you're showing is really amazing. I think you're doing an amazing service, Jimmy.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that very much. Lydia's a real doctor and psychologist, and she's saying that, so it means something. Thank you very much. And if you ever need advice, like if say your bosoms are very dry and you need advice about how you might moisten them, I have a very saliva answer. Does that make sense? I don't know how to accept the compliment.
That's okay. I do, and I thank you so much. I am so happy that you appreciate my calling, and I just needed to let you know that beside being funny, it's really an amazing thing you're doing, and most people don't want to go to a professional, and you're a great stepping stone for people. And I just wanted to thank you for what you're doing for people in need.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lydia, and it's good to hear from you.
My pleasure. And thank you for remembering my big boobies. I appreciate that, too.
They're actually all I remember. All right. Take care. Thank you very much, Lydia. That was a very nice call. Dave in Georgia. Apparently his grandmother got caught shoplifting. Hello, Dave.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hi.
Hey, my issue is I'm a traveling salesman. I'm a single dad. Got a 7-year-old daughter. I got a live-in nanny.
Yeah, I was just kidding when I
last
said grandmother, by the way. I knew nanny.
Oh,
All right, so she
okay,
got caught
whatever.
shoplifting?
Yeah, she got caught shoplifting. I found out Monday night from a buddy of mine who saw her picture on the local police bill or whatever. But should I confront her about it, or I just leave it alone, or I mean?
Well, why wouldn't you? She's in your home. Of course you should talk to her about it. She's in your house with your child and your possessions, and she's been arrested for stealing. Yeah, you should mention that.
All right.
What was she stealing?
It was one department store. It's probably stealing some clothes or something. I have no idea. It didn't say what she was caught shoplifting, but.
Well, you should ask her. Yeah, you should. Because, again, have you ever noticed anything missing in your house?
Well, not really. I mean.
What do you mean, not really?
Well, not that I'm,
Okay.
Not that I noticed, I got a pretty big house, and, I just, as far as I know, I haven't noticed anything missing, but she's been with me for almost 3 years, so.
I would definitely talk to her about it. You don't have to accuse her of anything, but you could have a good conversation with her about it, okay? I would suggest that.
All right.
Definitely. All right, buddy.
All right, appreciate it, man.
Take care. All right, Andrew in Youngstown, graduate. We have a bit of a time crunch here, Andrew, but you graduate from college, you had a traumatic experience, and you're trying to be a stand-up. Yes, sir.
Jimmy, it's an honor to talk to you.
Well, thank you for the call. So now,
one of the reasons why I wanted to stand up, anyways.
Oh, thank you, buddy. What was your traumatic experience?
So, after 6 long years, like you said, I finally graduated from college.
Okay.
And so Saturday night, I'm at my fraternity house, and I want to celebrate with my brothers before I went downtown. And so I'm outside. Me and my one friend are outside. We're talking. We're having a private conversation, and these two guys ran up on us. And they were wearing masks. And I just thought, okay, whatever. It's typical Youngstown. Weird shit happens all the time. And they said, get down. And me and Chelsea looked at each other and go, what do you mean get down? Then they waved the gun at us and then told us to get down again. They felt her up and asked her how much cash she had. She goes, I have nothing. They felt me up. I go, there's my wallet in my right pocket. I have a little under $50. My debit card's in there, and I give them my PIN number. We were down there probably for maybe 2 minutes. They asked us who's in the house, and we both said we don't know. We had just gotten there. Of course, we lied. And then they ran off and said, pleasure doing business with you.
Okay, so you didn't get hurt. It was just scary.
Yeah.
And your question is, can you talk about it on stage? Of course you can.
Yeah, but do you think it's too soon, though?
No. Too soon is nonsense. I mean, only if it's too soon for you. But why would the audience care? Like, think about it. It's never too soon. And you should talk about while it's fresh and alive in your mind, because a lot of times the live emotion or the live feeling in something is what makes it funny and what crafts the real bit. It's hard to go back and manufacture those moments. No, you should talk about it as soon as you're able to, okay?
Okay.
All right, good luck, buddy, but definitely talk about it.
All right, thank you, Jimmy.
All right, Andrew. Adam, how much time we have left?
About 4 minutes.
Oh, 4 minutes. Okay, let's do another thing. We'll do the read at the end. Oh, I have 4 reads this thing.
Yeah, it's the same read.
Why is it the same read twice?
I think this was supposed to start last week, but since you weren't on, they didn't know you were going to do yesterday, so they gave it all of them today.
Oh, okay. I'm
sorry.
All right, guys. I apologize to the audience. It's the same read twice. It's stupid. Not that the read is stupid. The read is great. I love Adam and Eve stuff. I mean, they want to know if you're getting enough in the bedroom. Now, even if you think you're getting enough, Adam and Eve would bet you'd love more. And let's be honest, we are all a little bit fucking, piggish and greedy in bed with more. Adam and Eve is going to give you more with 10 free gifts. Now, as we discussed earlier, 10 free gifts is a lot. Now, you get a sexy surprise for her. The second gift is a specifically selected toy for him. So a little something for each of you. And the third is a little something they know that you're both going to like. So it kind of evens Steven. One for you, one for her, one for both of you. Now you're going to get 6 full-length adult movies on DVD, which is pretty phenomenal. There's something really amazing about getting fucking porn in the mail. It's just wonderful. Now, I don't know if it's hardcore porn or not, but they're adult movies, so you do the math. This ought to keep you busy for a while. Now, a lot of you are going, Jim, you're a hunk of shit. That's only 9 gifts. I know what you're saying. Jim, we can add 1 + 1 + 1 is 3 + 6 is 9. Number 10 is the best gift of all. It's free shipping on your entire order. Because that's how companies fuck you. They get you to order this stuff, they offer you free gifts, and then they rape you on the shipping charges. Adam and Eve is not doing that. To get your 10 free gifts, what you got to do is you go to adamandeve.com. You select any one item. You got to buy an item. It could be an adventurous new toy, a sexy piece of lingerie, a slippery new lube. You're going to need lube. If you're going to get a toy for him, let's just say it's something that you might want to insert. You have to have lube. What are you going to be, white trash? No, we don't need lube. You can't do that. You got to get lube. Or anything else your heart desires. They have a whole lot of stuff on adamandeve.com. Then you can enter the offer code JIM, J-I-M. And I am who you should be thinking of at these sexual moments. At checkout, you get all 10 free gifts, including the 3 specifically selected items, the 6 steaming hot adult movies, and free shipping on your entire order. Enter the offer code JIM at checkout at adamandeve.com. That's JIM at adamandeve.com. And go and get something sexy. Perhaps some lingerie that she can wear, and you could put it on and act silly. Yes, E-Rock.
Skip the last one. We'll do another call because we're running out of time. I'll take care of that one. Don't worry.
E-Rock's going to take care of shit. Uh-oh. Let's see here. Married, wife left, but won't sign papers at the lawyer's office. John in Ohio. Hi, John.
Hey, Jimmy. How you doing, buddy?
Good, buddy. We only have a minute. Thank you for your call. What's up?
Wife left May 25th. She slammed the doors, took my child down to my parents, didn't even say goodbye, cut me off on the phone call, won't say, I haven't spoken a word to her. The lawyers tried to get a hold of her. She won't sign nothing. And it's just you go your way, I go my way.
So she wants a separation. Is she seeing someone else, or are you?
No, I'm not, and I don't think she is.
Okay, so what do you think it is she wants? Why doesn't she want to go through the divorce? Do you think she's just not sure what she wants yet?
No, I think she's kind of being spiteful.
But how would she, I don't understand why she's not just signing stuff. If she really wants the divorce, why isn't she signing the paper?
I don't know. There's nothing there. She gets a van. It's an old van. She would get that, and that's it. There's nothing else. We were only married 2 years.
Yeah, that's a little bit weird. I don't know what to say about that, because why is there anything that she could have found out that you're doing that's shady?
No, I'm completely clean and guilt free, dude.
Oh, okay. Was there any indicator leading up to it? Well, yeah, of course there was.
Trouble going on. But,
what was going on?
Well, my past, she would never let that go.
What was your past?
Oh, just normal stuff like ex-girlfriends, just stuff that didn't have anything to do with us, but she wouldn't let it go. She would always bring them up in arguments, and
right.
one thing led to another, and she was just made herself unhappy.
Well, she sounds like a bit of a spiteful, jealous drama queen. So maybe this is just one more extension in her drama queen repertoire. Because if she wanted to go through with it, the fact that she's not signing anything in the lawyer's office tells me she likes the performance of this, and she likes the drama, just like she probably liked to bring up those shitty emotions by bringing up ex-girlfriends and arguments for no reasons.
Yeah. I don't disagree, but it's like I called the lawyer yesterday, and I thought I was waiting on a court date, and he goes, no, she hasn't even come in to sign the papers.
When's the last time you saw your kid?
Oh, my kid?
Yeah.
Oh, I see my kid every week, but my ex-wife, she had to go back and live with my ex-wife because I'm on the road.
Your kid did?
Yeah. So I can't. Yeah. So I lost that privilege in my life.
Wait, do you have a kid with your current wife?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I thought you guys had a kid. So she just up and left for no reason. Maybe she's jealous that you're connected to your old life and your ex-wife for some reason.
Well, dude, that was just one of the things that pissed her off, and she would bring up regularly. But hell, she could look at my text anytime. There was no real contact of anything. I mean, it was anytime I made contact with the ex-wife, it was really brief and short. Sure. There was nothing said.
All right, we got to run, buddy, because a great Ron and Fez are coming up. I will just say this. She sounds like a drama queen. And, from what you're telling me, it doesn't sound like you did anything to deserve this. So hopefully she'll come back. Otherwise, just start fucking somebody 10 years younger, all right?
Yeah. I'll call you later.
Be good, buddy. Take care. What do I do in terms of diet? Grilled chicken is what I eat when I'm on the road, someone asked. Is it okay to give up a good job opportunity for a girl? I don't know. I wouldn't. Unless she's going to let you fuck her in the ass, then that might be a motivator. 22 years old, could sleep with a 30-year-old woman with kids. Should I do it? Absolutely yes. 39 years old, 25-year-old girlfriend has been married to his wife for 17 years. She's burning the candle at both ends. Be very careful. Do not come in the young girlfriend. Shoot it in her hair. Biff, I called in yesterday. My pregnant wife wouldn't talk to me. She called me late last night, wanted to update Jimmy. Try calling next week, Biff. I apologize. We are absolutely out of time. We have 2 minutes?
Call back in 2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks. Okay. Yeah, we're off next week. But thank you guys for your calls. I apologize for rushing at the end. Thank you.